here at the Speedway. Rosemary, it's so nice to see you back here at the races. We love you. We hope you're feeling well, and we'll look forward to seeing you for the remainder of the season. She's been a little bit under the weather, but she's getting stronger and better every day. Let's get back to the racing action here. Lights are off of the safety vehicle. 20 laps is the distance, Matt, and we've got the battle of the points, but bragging rights just as important in tonight's limited late model feature.
And a rookie competitor will bring him to the line. Travis Trott gets a pretty good getaway. Clements is right there with him. And moving into the inside lane is Cliff Saunders. And Saunders looks tough as he goes after second and takes it away from Clement.
All of a sudden, the 11 car develops a caffeine twitch as Tyler Trott gets sideways, gathers it back. Saunders, the American sleep-bearing car like days of old, looks like a rocket at the front of the field. Here comes Brian Narducci, working his line to the inside with that number 28 car, bid for second. Alexandra Fern is there, Matt, and she's challenging for the runner-up spot.
And she has inside leverage underneath Tyler Trott. As they whirlwind their way off the corner, it is Trott by a centimeter, and now Fern takes over second as they cross the line.
Down into turn number one. It's Fern up to second, Matt, and there, all of a sudden, here comes Lavoie. He's up to the fourth spot, and he's running right in the tire tracks of Brian Narducci.
Lavoie said one of the keys tonight will be to get through the first 5 laps without any difficulties. Right now, he is about to lean on the back of the 28 car, Brian Narducci, and a ginormous lead at the front. Saunders, he has had his moments, but mostly there have been peaks and valleys for Cliff Saunders. Right now, he is leading by a hemisphere over Alexandra Fern.
Meanwhile, 3 cars contending for that runner-up spot, and Alexandra Fern in the King Ward Bus Lines machine holding off the opposition. Back, Ryan Fern tries to hold off the 87 of Robert Serdell. Serdell started in the 10th spot, and he's already halfway up through the field. Roxham is with him. The 04 of Albert Saunders is right there as well, Matt. And along with them is Provost. Remember, Provost comes in strong, usually at the halfway marker.
And Provost, we haven't seen the best of him yet. Right now, we're trying to see the best of Narducci as he attempts to yank second away from Alexandra Fern. But Fern is tough heading into turn number 4.
We've got the 87 around. Roxham makes contact with Serdell as the caution flag comes out.
And Serdell had made about 5 positions up of Jeremy Lavoie, who is running in 4th.
And not only was she the pioneer, but she won races and was highly respected among her peers as a front runner in the competition as well. So there's so much history that surrounds a lot of these competitors as well. We've watched the Saunders twins that compete in this division come up through the ranks from the Dare Stocks, part of Tommy Butler's group, the pride of Stafford. That's why they carry that traditional Butler green, we're going to call it, on their race cars. And sponsored by American Sleep Bearing right here at the entrance of Main Street here. And it looks like the field's going to be crossing over. Mike Helberg doing that, and that puts Alexandra Fern to the outside. Talk about a roller coaster season. Alexandra, she's had some wonderful nights, ended up in the winner's circle and been fantastic, and she's had some nights that she'll even tell you she'd like to forget this year.
And sometimes those peaks and valleys have taken place in the same race.
That's right.
She's been great in the beginning and then had hardships at the end, and she usually is pretty comfortable on the outside groove, so she is where she wants to be on this double file restart against Cliff Saunders.
Let's see what's going to happen now. Looking them over. Pace car is starting to string it out a bit at the point. Making a bonsai move to the center of the infield. Here we go. Good start. And they are even, Matt, as they approach turn number 1. And Saunders has a slight advantage, but look at Brian Narducci.
Narducci making it a 3-way battle for the lead. They go 3 wide into the corner. Squeeze backwards as Saunders Moving into the lead is Alexandra Fern. Narducci will have something to say about that.
Saunders fights back, but Brian Narducci pulls off the Timex timely move of the event. Meanwhile, Alexandra Fern keeps digging in the outside. Off the turn. It is Brian Narducci still making noise at the front of the field. Here comes the Saunders machine now. As Alexandra Fern in a side-by-side battle still for second.
And moving up, challenging in fourth is Ryan Fern, and Dwayne Provost, as he usually is, midway through the race, starts to make his move. Side-by-side, frozen together in the fight for second, like twin pops as they come out of the corner. Alexandra Fern looking for some firepower on the outside. And it is dead even. Too close to call in the fight for second.
Alexandra Fern keeps digging in the upper lane. She has it by a nose. Down the back straightaway. Saunders takes it back by inches. Deep into turn number 3. They're side by side. Now Ryan Fern moves into the fourth spot. Here comes Provost. At the line this time, it is Cliff Saunders in second. Alexandra Fern in third. And Narducci is the quickest car on the racetrack and continues to string it out at the points.
While Sanders and Alexandra Fern are paying attention to each other, Brian Narducci is able to expand his lead. So he likes what he is seeing behind him. The double file war between Sanders and Fern, and now Sanders is able to firecracker his way into sole control of second.
While that was happening, Ryan Fern tries to hold off Provost. That's not an easy task. He's one of the best in this division. He sets back in the fifth spot. Meanwhile, Brian Narducci still in command. This time, 12 of 20 are now complete. Saunders still in second. Alexander Fern in third. Ryan Fern is fourth. And Dwayne Provost sets in 5.
And Albert Saunders looking for some airtime. He is in sixth. And our point leader in seventh, Jeremy Lavoie. And he could be in jeopardy of losing his point lead tonight because right now Dwayne Provost is 2 positions ahead of him.
And now Provost tries to make a move down underneath. It just doesn't happen there. Down the back straightaway. Still good battle going on. Leader is still Brian Narducci. This time, but he crosses the line. 14 laps of 20 now complete. Narducci still the leader. Last time by, 771 to a 726. That means Saunders is a tick quicker, setting in second.
Now, there is some racing deeper in the field that may have an effect on the championship standings. As Dwayne Provost, if he can get by Ryan Fern, he would pick up another 2 points on Lavoie. And right now, Fern doing a great job in guarding his position.
Good racing throughout the field, but that's the hot spot that Matt just pointed out. And Saunders in the 04 car got a little bit loose that time, giving the advantage to Provost. Now Provost, like on cue, is trying to get around Ryan Fern. He's thinking of the title and the points.
And meanwhile, up at the front, Cliff Saunders has moved to within striking distance of Brian Narducci. So we could have a battle for the lead. We have a blockbuster going on for 4th and 5th between Ryan Fern and Dwayne Provost. And Jeremy Lavoie looking for position, and he has to hold off Robert Bloxham, who is behind him.
This time, when they come back to the line, it'll be 1 mile remaining, 2 circuits in the competition. Ryan Narducci tries to string it out just a bit. Saunders is moving in. Look at Saunders reel him in. They come up on lap traffic, high and low time. And Brian Narducci squeaks by to the bottom. 2 laps to go.
He might have made contact with the 77 car, but was able to bulldoze his way past him. Saunders still has some ammunition left. Also moving up is Alexandra Fern. Any one of 3 drivers can win it as they waltz around the 4th corner, headed for the white flag lap. Brian Narducci looking for his 3rd win of the season.
Narducci takes it to the bottom for the final time. Brian Narducci down the back straightaway. Narducci looking for his 3rd win in 2017. Final time to the bottom of turn number 3. Steps on the gas. Saunders reels him in. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Narducci for 3 wins in 2017. Cliff Saunders to finish in 2nd. Alexandra Fern, a great run for the 3rd time.
And as David Arute comes over to shake his hand, as it was Alexander Fern and Cliff Saunders fighting for the lead on lap number 7. And then all of a sudden, Brian Narducci saw an opening and went 3 wide in order to blister his way into the lead. So it was an aggressive move, and it paid off tonight for Narducci. His work wasn't over. He still had to hold off Cliff Saunders, but he can breathe a sigh of relief, as those were 20 pulsating laps tonight for the driver of car number 28.
He's out of the car. Let's go to the winner's circle with our good buddy John Gates and another ecstatic winner.
Okay, Brian Narducci, third win of the season, man, and what a fashionable way to do it. Third turn, coming into turn number 3, you go 3 wide. How did you pull it off?
Yeah, I saw the 12 was trying to get in the right rear of the 4, and he slowed down. I figured that was my only shot, was to drive it into 3 and hope he lifted, but I made it in there, so there was no backing out at that point.
Brian, man, that was a lot of fun to watch. Once you got out front, man, it was the 28 car was hard to catch.
Yeah, we were good. I think tires started fading a little bit the third week on him. I look at the mirror like once every lap. I saw he was gaining a little bit, but I don't think he had anything to pass us.
Brian, I know you got a lot of help on this limited late model. Who are they?
I got to thank my mom, Todd Owen, David Root, Big Haas USA, the Florida Connection, my aunt and Uncle Greg, Curly's Kids Care, Baldwin Automotive, EB Exterminating, Cliff Nelson, Waddell Communications, Mike Vingroskis, Bruce Bacha, Chris Auer, Priest's Auto, just everybody that helps on the crew, Daryl, my grandpa, Curly's Kids Care, Rad Auto Machine, Butch Shea, Todd Grosky, Alex Grab, Tom Froman, just everybody over there that helps out. Uncle Jeff for the transmissions, and everybody that helps on his car.
There he is, man. A good driver right there. Brian Narducci, victory lane in the limited late model main event. And let's talk to our second place finisher, Cliff Saunders, the number 4 car. Cliff, boy, it was pretty wild out there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. Felt like we could have gone without that caution. It would have been pretty good, but on the restart, I guess the car just got a little bit too loose, and Brian was able to take it 3 wide. He took advantage of my mistake, and that got him the win. But I had some clutch problems or something going on after the heat race. I almost couldn't even get the car in gear, so I didn't know how it was going to run. But second's pretty good after the last couple weeks. I didn't even finish the last 2 races. I want to thank Stafford Speedway and Napa and K&N and everyone who sponsored the race tonight. I also want to thank American Sleeve Bearing, BA Museo, Fluckage Race Chassis, Rad Auto Machine, Trinity Health New England, Strap Family Chiropractic, my mom, Barry Falkadro, for working on the car, everybody who helped me out.
Cliff, man, congratulations. Second place, man. Good to see you up here on the podium again. And that number 4 car, always quick here at Stafford, Alexander Fern. Number 12 car got caught on the outside there. Boy, you were quick tonight, though.
Yeah, absolutely. We were really fast in the heat race. We were fast last week, too, so I was confident that we could finesse something tonight. And starting third and finish third, I can't complain. It's not a win, but it's still really exciting for my team. We've had a lot of hardships this year. There's definitely a lot of talent up here, too. The 4, great guy, super fun to race against, super talented, very fast every week. Anyways, the people who make this possible, my dad, my car owner, Amadeo, my entire team, my brother, my mom, Sue, Tom, Diane, Dave, let's see, Whip Sporting Goods, Safeco Foam, Rad Auto Machine, King Word Coach Lines, K&N for sponsoring this event. This is a great event. And Stafford Speedway for all that they do. And anyone else that I may not have mentioned, you know who you are. And I couldn't have done it without you. I would be nothing without you guys, so thank you.
There she is, the driver of number 12, Alexander Fern. She goes third place tonight in the limited late model main event. Good driver right there, guys. Back to the tower.
You are sure right.